Peace, family. Yo, thank you for joining us. Right? And I'm thrilled to announce the fact that we are now releasing our first free e-course. Come and learn about Gye-Nyame journey. See some of the stuff we do. Come and join the tribe. Tribe up with us and check out the free e-course. We'll make sure that the URL pop up right about here. And it'll probably be somewhere in here. Check us out, family, because we are building. Come and learn about Gye-Nyame journey. And let's build together.
Man, we had enough. All right. This is Brother Hatim coming at you live and direct. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. I am your host, Brother Hatim. Right now, you are listening to a show called Folktales for Grown Folks. Of course, you know it's a heart of a summer production where we strive to blow up your old paradigm. I won't belabor the point, but we're going to get right up into it. Alright, y'all know in Gye-Nyame household, those late nights when Miss Jenna got her little dance thing going on. Everybody's moving kind of slow, and I'm moving slow too. But it's a great night. Man, do we have some news coming tomorrow? Because of course y'all done heard about the bombing in Brussels. And if you've been following the Gye-Nyame Journey timeline, follow the Gye-Nyame Journey timeline so that you can keep up with the news that we're going to cover on Gye-Nyame Journey, alright? You know what I'm saying? So stick around, stick by your phone, stick by your computer. You know what I'm saying? If you have news that you want me to cover, send it to me. I don't care what it is, you know what I'm saying? You know, allow us to go and serve you.
This call is being recorded.
Cool. You know, I just was joined by somebody, and we're about to get straight into it. Now, my producer told me I don't need to belabor the point that much. I need to get straight down to the fact. So we're going to try to get down to the fact. Of course, y'all know, once again, this is Gye-Nyame Journey. Right now, I'm being joined by Brother Charles Traylor. He was with us last week. Anybody else that want to join us, you know what I'm saying? And you want your ideas to be heard. You want your thoughts about this folktale to be heard, because this is going to be a good one. This one is kind of a mind teaser here. So we're gonna share it with you, right? But we want you to share your wisdom with all those people that may be listening. 614-556-4535. Once again, that is 614-556-4535. Alright, so what we're gonna do is Charles, you got a lot of noise in the background.
Okay.
I'm gonna mute your mic for a second, and I'm gonna bring you back up when we get ready. All right?
Okay, that's fine.
All right. So now, what we're about to do, we're gonna break it down. We're gonna wrap it up. So now, let me share this on Facebook to make sure that y'all know that I'm here. Make sure you know that I'm here. Well, actually, that we're here. I don't know if somebody might show up. Oh, Miss Sasha Mosh want to say hi. Go on, say hi, Miss Mosh.
Hi.
All right, now go on back. You know it's time for bed. Handle your business, girl. Oh, okay, you just gotta have an excuse to come in here. I can dig it. Hey, I'm trying to get them trained early. We gotta train them up in the way that we want them to go. So now, if I'm building a media empire, right, an empire of our own, I gotta make sure that I got the next line of individuals that's gonna be up doing this thing, right? I ain't gonna say running it because it might be another family that might step in and be handling their business a little bit better than ours, as long as they're able to keep us all employed. I don't care. So I'm gonna send this out. Let everybody know we up live. Posting it on both my timelines. So, once again, for anybody that want to call in, hit us up at 614-556-4535. Alright, so now I'm about to bring Charles back up, and we're going to get into the discussion, and we're going to see where that's going to take us. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. For those of you that's up early, I'm doing the show at 5 in the morning. I'm calling it the Morning Quickie. Well, I'm covering the news real fast. It's the Morning Quickie. Get some of the news real fast. We got the block. We got to put the block on some fuckery, so we gonna have to go and do the show real fast, right? To get us prepared for the show on Friday, because on Fridays I'm gonna be doing the longer shows. But also tomorrow we also have tribal quotes. So I will be sending out the invitations tomorrow after the show. So those of you that want to be on my direct line so that you know exactly when I'm doing the shows and stuff like that, go on, sign up for the site, let me know. Or better yet, sign up for us on YouTube. YouTube will let you know right after we post up. If you don't want to talk on the show, but if you want to know when the show is going, join the mailing list so I can get you the information out. All right, I'm gonna bring Charles up, and we about to chop it up.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. This one this week is called The Woman and Her Hen. Now I got a treat for you because this week, because of the way this one was written, I had to go out and I had to find different versions because I was having problems understanding exactly what this one meant, right? So, and it was strange because I usually don't even look at them in advance, but I was motivated to look at it a little bit in advance today, and I said, oh man. So I said, okay, cool. Let me see if I can find some way to bring some extra meaning to this, because I want to make sure that everybody, in a sense, gets some of this crystallized wisdom. I want everybody to get fed. You know what I'm saying? And I want to challenge other people to come out here and help. Help us, because there's people out here that's listening. And the more people we get up here, the more people we possibly can save. All right, so here we go with the story. The Woman and Her Hen. A woman possessed a hen that gave her an egg every day. She often pondered how she might obtain 2 eggs daily instead of 1. And at last, to gain her purpose, determined to get a hen a double allowance of barley. From that day, the hen became fat and sleek, and never once laid another egg. Alright, so I want y'all to ponder on that for a second. While I throw the number out one more time, 614-556-4535. Hit us up. Now, what I'm going to also do is, first off, I'm going to bust out some of the other translation. For those that don't know, Aesop has been translated possibly thousands of times. The translation I'm using right now is from George Fowler Thompson. And then I found out that there is a JBR collection, a Lestrange version. You know what I'm saying? So we got a whole bunch. Oh my God. Oh my God. The teacher has entered the room.
Good evening.
Good evening. How you doing, Miss Janice?
I'm tired, but I'm making it.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna make it quick so we can get you before you pass out, because we all approaching that elder age. You know what I'm saying? But the nighttime automatically signals the yawns, right? So what we're going to do is I'm going to read the folktale again. This week is called The Woman and the Hen. Oh, by the way, there's a brother by the name of Charles Trailer on the line. He's also joining us, so we're going to have a real good conversation. So this will go.
Charles Trailer.
Hey.
A woman possessed a hen that gave her an egg every day. She often pondered how she might obtain 2 eggs daily instead of the 1. And at last, to gain her purpose, determined to give the hen a double allowance of barley. From that day, the hen became fat and sleek and never once laid another egg. So, just to be fair so that everybody got what I got, I read that one and I got kind of confused because I never heard fat and sleek being used in the same sentence before like that. So I start looking for another translation. So on Gye-Nyame Journey site, I posted up another ASAP place where I go sometime because they have alternate versions. And this one said a woman wanted 2 rather than 1 egg a day from her hen. She overfed the hen, which caused the hen to stop laying eggs entirely. And this one also came with a moral, and it says, set bounds to our desires and content ourselves where we are well. Now, so, do y'all want me to go in on it first? Or does somebody want to go in on this one first?
Well, you know what, man? I thought about it. You know, I was struggling with it at work, and I thought about it on my way home, and this is what came to me. This is what came to me. You just almost, preempted me. I looked at it from the perspective that when we try to satisfy the needs of the flesh, and the flesh is never satisfied. The flesh really never have enough of what we feed the flesh. And sometimes, well, not sometimes, but what ultimately happens when you are trying to feed the flesh is you're never contented. You're never, satisfied, and you try to convince yourself that you are seeking efficiency, to improve or to increase what it is that you desire of your flesh. And you can actually end up overindulging and ended up, in worse shape, than you were when you were contented and had everything that you need. And you didn't need no more, but you continue to try to feed the flesh.
All right, so what I'm looking for right now is, because one of the thoughts that came to me while I was looking at this was the 48 laws of power, and I'm looking for law 47. Law 47 speaks to this one, and I want to read it exactly because I don't want to paraphrase it, but because I think it's important in this conversation. Law 47 says, do not go past the mark you aim for in victory. Learn when to stop. You know what I'm saying? In business, in our lives, at our jobs, we have been taught that we are supposed to try to squeeze every ounce of life out of every minute that we spend at these places. We are supposed to try to make it more efficient and always try to do more. But I have to wonder, after reading this folktale, are we perhaps doing like this woman? Are we not satisfied with the 1 egg? You know what I'm saying? Are we trying to get the 2 eggs, and in essence, by trying to get the 2 eggs, we ruin the hen altogether and end up with absolutely none? You know what I'm saying? In education, are we trying to get 2 eggs instead of looking and saying, hey, 1 egg is cool? You know what I'm saying? Are we in business? Are we looking at 2 eggs? In the economy, are we looking at trying to get 2 eggs? You know what I'm saying? Are we trying to fix something that's not really broken? You know what I'm saying? Are we in our lives? Are we trying to fix something that is not really broken? Are we trying to squeeze more out of something that is only meant to give us one? You know what I'm saying? Because in this culture, they make us feel that it's wrong to be like, you know, in some cases, in the culture and what we coming up, it's wrong to be to be like, I think I got enough here. You got to, as you said, in trying to satisfy the flesh, in trying to satisfy the flesh, you find that you can never satisfy its hunger.
Right.
So,
Right.
So I was looking at that and I said, man. So when they said that he got slick in the first one, I guess that meant lazy. I guess slick back in those days meant lazy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Miss Janice, you got something for us?
I mean, I think you all have done a great job.
Well, I got a question for you.
I know that when I'm working with kids, especially the kids I work with, that goal setting is really, really important. And a kid will say, working with high school students, kids will say things like, I mean, literally, I want to be a brain surgeon. And then when you back it all the way up to what grades are you getting in science, for the kid, the whole conversation breaks down. They're like, what are you talking about? What's that got to do with what I want to be? And so you really do have to help kids set realistic, achievable goals so that they can experience success, so that they can build on those successes by continuing to move the goal post. And that's what we have to teach kids. You can't shoot. I mean, you shoot for the moon, but you got to look at all the things in between Earth and the moon that you got to do to make that possible. And I think that that's what baby girl got ahead of herself. You know, what she got, instead of her spending time marinating on the goals she had achieved, she going all the way to the left. And so she lost out on even the achievement that started the ball to rolling.
Because I can only imagine how much another hen would have cost. She could have waited for a couple of days, sold the eggs, and bought another hen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, think about the jobs, because everybody right now on this call work in education. It's almost like we're the hen, and everybody that's around us or that work in our field or everybody that's above us is like this woman. They're trying to squeeze more eggs out of our butt. You know what I'm saying? We did this last year. I think we could do a little. You know what I'm saying?
And you got a point there, because at one time, teaching wasn't as stressful as it is today.
Yeah, we had help at home.
Exactly. And so what's happened is that so much has fallen upon the teacher, because the teacher has to strip away social layers of issues sometimes before she can even begin to, teach her kids today's lesson. Sometimes the teacher spends the first hour or two just stripping away those layers of social issues, a baggage that kids unpack when they come to school. And so you got the schools that have designed, the educational program to create more efficiency, out of the teachers by saying, well, we'll put a parent in the room with the teacher, but we're going to put more students in the room as well.
Right.
And so now, instead of having a more efficient, classroom, you have a classroom that is fat and sleek.
Right.
Exactly. And because a lot of that, because even in our homes, we have become fat and sleek. Because think about it. If you think about when black folks were able to, well, actually we always been able to do it, but now if we look at it now, it's like it's almost as if, and I always go back to this, man, my favorite movie is The Godfather, and the thing that sticks with me from The Godfather is where Don Corleone told him, you always keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. And keeping the enemies closer, you make them flat, fat, and sleek. Why? Because they can't take action no more. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like we've been pulled in, and we've been made, we're being made fat and sleek. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a double portion of what I used to give you nothing, so I'm gonna give you double nothing. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna think that you're getting more, but in actuality, what they're doing is they're taking our ability away to create. You know what I'm saying? To create what we need. Black folks was always when you take away from us, or when we put in a tight situation, we always find a way to create. We always find a way to lay those eggs on sparse things. Like, for example, they'll give us weeds, we'll make greens. They'll give us pig guts, we'll make chitlins. You know what I'm saying? I know some of y'all saying, but unless you ever had chitlins before, you need to hush up. Because when you got somebody in the kitchen who got love and know how to bring those pig guts to life, because a lot of y'all got to understand, them pig guts got us through and they got me to a point where I was able to say, I don't want to eat pork no more. But at certain times, if not for that pig, as John Henry Clark told Malcolm X, we wouldn't have survived. And our parents was able to make the very best out of that. You know what I'm saying?
But you know,
and
also, I was going to even make it more personal for me, is that I came up with this attitude within myself. I said, when I get off of work, I'm going to start going home, start going to meetings. I don't do a lot of meetings in the evening time after work. I convince myself by going home and getting that rest, that I get at home, that I will be more rested and I will be more efficient, every day, in my application. But guess what? I've got so used to coming straight home that I don't want to do nothing else. You understand? So I got lazy.
Right, you done got sleep, man. It's called sleep, man.
I done got sleep. You know what
I'm saying? And that struggle, see, because, you got to think about it, man. As a people, we do the best in struggle, man. And if you take the struggle away from us, because think about it, when we couldn't learn, when we couldn't read, when we weren't allowed to read, we was learning how to read. You know what I'm saying? Because if we wasn't learning how to read, they would have been burning our eyes out. You know what I'm saying? There wouldn't have been laws against it, because we was hungry and we wanted it, and we found a way to get it. And you look at these children, the things that they don't get are the things that they're able to hustle to get. But we offering education. You know what I'm saying? We giving it to them, and it's like, oh man. You know what I'm saying? In some form or fashion, we gotta, with jobs, it's almost, we gotta find a way to get these hands not to eat as much barley. Let's put it that way.
Well, you know what? And also, you know what? You just said something. When we were forced to take care of ourselves, look after ourselves, fend for ourselves, feed ourselves, we were, better off as a people. We was in better shape mentally and physically and spiritually. But then we thought that, you know what, if I could just get a little more, by this thing called integration and assimilation, that I would be better off. And look what shape we end up in.
Oh yeah. It's like we got what we wanted. We got what we want. Supposedly we got what we thought we wanted. And you know what I'm saying? Now we're fat and sleek. You know what I'm saying? Now we fat and sleek.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We done become so fat and sleek that we just gave up all our stuff to be sitting next to them. Now if we wanted to get up and leave at this point in time, we couldn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, because it's so much easier. Think